we got Luka Garza
Oh
here.
my goodness! Yes.
Look at this.
Wow, the National Player of the Year. Let's go.
Can we call you that, Luka? Or is that presumptive? I mean, the National Player of the Year.
Not on our
us?
show.
I don't think so on our show. Luka, where are you?
Don't call me yet.
Don't call you just yet. I assume you're still in Indianapolis after the Big Ten tournament. You're just hanging out there. You guys draw Grand Canyon, I believe, in the first round. How excited are you? Have you looked up Grand Canyon's roster to see if they have another guy who's like just as big as you are and is going to beat the hell out of you? Like, it seems like every time we watch you now, there's a guy on another Big Ten team, and you just like, it's just you two just sumo wrestling down on the block. I mean, I'm sure part of you's got to be like, thank God, finally a game against a team that I don't have to guard Kofi Coburn or Hunter Dickinson.
As soon as we heard their name called, we all went straight to our phones, kind of looking them up, seeing what they've done this year. And obviously, they got here by winning the regular season and the postseason tournament in the WAC, which is a great conference. And, they've beaten some great teams along the way. They pushed Arizona State early on, and they beat Nevada. So they're a really accomplished group. And, obviously I looked at some of their players, and it seems like they got some really good big guys. So I'm excited for the matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And Luka, this is what happens when you have prognosticators like Titus and I. We look at the bracket, we see the 1 seed Gonzaga, we see you guys as the 2 seed at the bottom of the bracket, and we immediately think, oh man, Elite 8 matchup. We've already seen this game earlier in the year. You had 30-10 in that game. Did you think at that time, I hope we see Gonzaga again in the tournament, or were you just, thinking I got to move on, I got to worry about Grand Canyon? Because, Titus and I, we see it. I like the rematch idea.
Honestly, the mindset for us is just one game at a time. So we're extremely focused.
That's a good mindset,
Grand
Luka.
Canyon.
Don't listen to us. We don't want you to get ahead of anything.
Yeah, and especially with Coach McCaffrey, he talked to us all after and told us just to make sure that we're not focused on, our round of 32, Sweet 16, or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
Because obviously he's coached as being a 13, 14, 15 seed. So he knows the mindset of a team like that. And that's very valuable to us to understand that. And, we're excited for this matchup. We know that, these games, we need to win, or our season's over. So it means a lot to us, and I want to keep my career going for as long as I can.
Yeah,
love it.
There was no tournament last year. You guys, obviously, I mean, I'm not breaking news there, I don't think. You guys were a team you were great last year. You're great this year. And not having, how much does not having a tournament last year, now going into this tournament, not that it makes you appreciate it more, but Tate and I were talking like maybe some of your teams learned lessons last year. Maybe you guys go on a deep run and learn something about your team, or maybe you get upset early in the first round last year and learn something. Do you feel like there's an element of unknown by not having the core last year go through the NCAA tournament experience and now having to do that, or are we overthinking that part of it?
I think that definitely plays a part, but I think for us as a group, we have a lot of guys who were here our sophomore year when we lost to Tennessee in the round of 32 in overtime. So we all are still drawing lessons from that experience. And we were down 25. We came back, pushed them to overtime, and we almost had them. And we were almost right there to go to a Sweet 16. So we know what that feeling is, and we know how close we were then, and we've improved so much. And so we're excited about the opportunity to put ourselves in a position to get another chance, at possibly a Sweet 16 or whatever the case may be. And we understand that, that means taking it at one time. So I think, that's the biggest thing. Obviously, we have some guys who weren't there during that time, but, me, Jordan Bohannon, Joe Wieskamp, Connor McCaffrey, there was a ton of guys that were on that team. And obviously, as leaders, we're going to prepare everyone who wasn't and make sure they understand what this moment means.
And I have to ask you, Luka, because there are so many good bigs in college basketball this year. You yourself are a big, and we hear about 5-out offenses. We hear about small ball all the time. Is it fun for you as a big to play against guys like a Kofi Coburn or Hunter, but maybe not fun to play against them, but to see the other bigs across the country, a Drew Timme, have so much success this season? Because it does seem that the bigs are getting their due a little bit this year.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's fun to play against those guys. You're playing against the best of the best. It makes it tougher. It's not as easy to do, as it would be against a smaller guy, but it's a lot of fun. And as a competitor, I love playing against the best, and that's why I came to the Big Ten, because the Big Ten has always been famous for having great bigs. When you talk about Purdue and other teams, when I was growing up watching them, and obviously being a part of it. And I think this is a league where the big men in this league might be the best there ever been.
Yep.
So it's been so fun over my 4 years being able to, and I'm excited to face even better big men in this run towards the national championship.
What about what is life? Just give us a perspective. We've been talking to a lot of coaches, and coaches are more boring. They do the coach speak stuff. We want to talk to. We're more interested in talking to players. What is it like inside the quote unquote bubble that's not really a bubble? What is how's the food? Are you guys just bored out of your minds? What is that like? I mean, you've already, like we said, you guys got there early for the Big Ten tournament, so you've been there a while. Is there a concern that there's only so many video games you can play or so many movies you can watch on the hotel TV?
Well, the great thing about the Big Ten tournament was that it was a little bit less strict, so you could actually go outside, take a walk, or do whatever the case may be. So today, some of the guys went outside. I think we were playing wiffle ball for a little bit, but before this, NCAA tournament bubble starts, we start our quarantine tonight. And obviously, we're going to be, locked into our rooms. Some, coach told us to prepare and start looking at Grand Canyon. We're going to do that. And, we got Fortnite, we got snacks, people brought stuff. We're prepared to be here for a while. So, it's fun, like a very extended AAU trip.
It's like an AAU / summer camp.
It's like a summer
trip,
basketball camp, yeah.
But you're all playing for a national championship. Luka, we appreciate you making time for us, man. We appreciate you coming on the show. Congratulations on all the accolades. Having your jersey retired, that's awesome.
Man,
I know your mindset is on the next 3 weeks, but you've had a hell of a career, man. It's been so fun watching you, and I know you've enjoyed it. I know you've enjoyed that part, and you've always appreciated every step of the way, and we love you for that.
Yeah,
man. Congrats on everything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, best of luck, man. Go get them. Hold it down for the Big Ten too, man.
For the bigs in the Big Ten.
Yeah, we can't have the tournament in Big Ten country and not represent. So, yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, man. Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.